Okay, hello everyone, and today I'm going to show you a new experimental tool, the networking efficiency benchmark. Now, you all know that on device, okay, so you all know that networking is very important on devices, on the client, and we want to show this. And we want to show how this benchmark will be on. Okay, so sorry guys. So when we look at the performance of the client, which I mean by the client, I mean the device and the browser which runs on the device, there is a lot of interesting stuff happening there. We have bottlenecks on the page load, and the bottlenecks on the page load can be due to the performance of the JavaScript or the networking or just many other things. So when you look at the JavaScript, you can compare it just by running a bunch of other benchmarks and see which browser is better and which browser is not. So with networking, it won't help you. So you can measure the whole page load process, and you measure the time of the page load process. You can compare browsers as well. But again, you will have networking and the JavaScript and other stuff as well in it. So how can we measure efficiency of the networking in the browser? And that's what exactly the question which we asked, and the answer to the question is the benchmark, which I am going to show you in a second. So this is the website of the benchmark, and let me just start it. OK, so now it's going to start to run. So this benchmark is actually a website, and it runs on the public server. It doesn't require any special setup. Though I think I can mention here that it does require stable network condition if you want to get meaningful results. And that means that you are not recommended to run it on the conference Wi-Fi, especially during the busy hours, just like this keynote maybe. But you can do it on any other Wi-Fi hotspot which you can find. So we do have 5 scenarios at this benchmark. We plan to extend them in the future, but right now we only have 5. The first one is parallelism efficiency. So this scenario, actually, in this scenario, we take a bunch of resources, we request them from the server, we send them in various scenarios while we have dependency between the resources, and we measure how long the whole thing took. And if it took less time, the score for this specific scenario will be higher. Now, you all know that measuring stuff on the real network is really hard, and you know this challenge. And we incorporate quite many methods to overcome this challenge. For example, one of the methods we use is that we don't actually take a real time into account, but we take a number of round trips which it takes for the benchmark to complete, and that's how we actually won't let the network delay affect the benchmark results for the specific browser and the device. So it's still running, so I'm going to switch to the already completed version of benchmark. And we have more scenarios. I'll just go through the resource discovery scenario. We have redirection efficiency scenario, and we have caching efficiency, which is actually measuring HTTP cache efficiency of the browser. And we have emulated page load scenario. So in this scenario, for example, we have a synthetic web page which is loaded into the browser, but this synthetic web page in its structure resembles a real-world web page, but it's really focused on the networking performance. So that's what we measure, and they report the results as a single score for this test. So once the benchmark is complete, we have the result summary. The result summary has all the scenarios. Every scenario has its own score. The range for every scenario ranges from 0 to 100. So 100 is the best possible score, and it represents the best theoretical case for this scenario. And some of the scenarios can actually, as we can see, can actually reach it in reality. So, okay, and so to summarize, I've shown you the benchmark for measuring efficiency of browser networking, and this benchmark runs on can run on any browser, but it will be mostly interesting on the mobile browsers, since that's what we build the scenarios for, and also on the mobile browsers, the device itself is a significant part of the network stack performance. So you're all welcome to try this benchmark to see if you can find any interesting differences, and to see if you can learn something new about client performance as well. Okay, so you are all welcome to try it. The URL is up the screen, and please let us know what you think. And your feedback will really help us to continue and improve this research effort. Thank you.